Hey, what's up? This is Nick. Just want to make another video. This video is going to be about my Madden strategy. I don't know if many of you know, but I'm like a pretty good Madden player. I wouldn't say I'm good, really good, but I could kind of hang with the top players. I could be competitive. Like my current ranking right now, I have like Madden 17, which isn't the newest one. I might get the newest one because a lot of people say like, oh, you have an older one, like your ranking doesn't count. But I'm like, I feel like I'm still good. So I have Madden 17. I think my current ranking is like 156 or 146 in the world. So pretty high ranked up there. So I kind of have a little like of opinion on how to play. But I just want to talk about like, the current strategy, and I've done this strategy before, but I just want to give like just really in depth. I really like it, and I just want to talk about it. So basically, my strategy is they're like really good Madden players that play online. They're really competitive. And a lot of them try to play like offense for offense. So I don't know if you're familiar with basketball, but basketball it's just back and forth scoring, and that's the game. It's like offense, 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 right? So there's a lot of like you have to be really good at offense, right? Um, or you have to be really good at defense to stop the offense. So it's just like it's really exciting. It's a lot of plays, a lot of flying around action. That's how a lot of people like to play on Madden. They like to throw the ball as much as they can, really long runs, like score as fast as you can, just score as much points as you can. And that works for a lot of them. They're really skilled, and they can pull that off. Can I pull that off? I can pull that off against bad players, but I still sometimes am not even that good with it. Um, so what I do is like, all right, I probably can't compete with them, firepower for firepower. It's probably just not going to happen. But what's something that's constant? Like every time I face a new person, that's not the same. That's not constant. What is constant every single time? They might pick a different team than me. They might have a different style. Like, what is constant every time? And what I found is constant every time is the time. Like the amount of time you have to play. That's constant. Like you never see an NFL game. You're like, dang, this one was an hour and last week was only 30 minutes, or like it's always an hour. Or I don't know how long it is. Let's just say it's an hour. It's always an hour every single week. It doesn't change. So for Madden Online, it's 30 minutes a game. So I'm like, I have 30 minutes every single time. That is constant. So instead of worrying about what my opponent's doing, what their offense is doing, how good their defense is, how about I just worry about controlling the time? I want as many minutes of the clock. I want to possess as many minutes of the clock as I can. So what I'll do is I'll run the ball. I'll run the ball a lot so you have to think about when they're running the ball, when a running back's running the ball, he's not going to go for 30 yards every time. He's not going to go for 10 yards every time. I think they average around 3 or 4, maybe 5 yards a play if they're really good. Generally they're only getting 3, 4, 2, 1, maybe 5, 10, 15. Sometimes maybe they run for a touch, but their average is 3 or 4, or 5. So what they're doing is they're running. They're not getting them very far up the field, but their clock is constantly ticking, tick, 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 tick. So when you run, you get a lot more of those ticks. Versus when you're throwing, you might throw a 5 yard pass easy. You might throw a 10 yard pass easy. You might throw a 20 yard pass easy. That may take you 5 seconds, and you only burned 5 seconds off the clock. But if I took that same 20 yards and ran every single time, I could probably tick off 2 minutes, 3 minutes of the clock, and that's a really big deal. So that's my strategy. It's really boring, probably for my opponent. They don't get to play much, but that's my current strategy. It's just run the ball, get the first down, and just constantly burning that clock. Because I probably can't compete with them on offense. I probably honestly can if I tried to play their game. But I play my game, and I force them to play my game. So that means so if I run off a bunch of clock, they only might have in the first and second half, they might only be able to play for 2 minutes. They might have the ball for 2 minutes. So what that tells me is in those 2 minutes they want to score, right? So like I said, running takes a lot of time. Running the ball takes a lot of time with the clock. So they're going to be throwing because they only have 2 minutes. So I know that I could adjust my defense to only block for passing. Because it's kind of hard playing defense when you don't know if they're going to run, you don't know if they're going to pass. But they only have 2 minutes left. You know they're one dimensional. They have to pass, otherwise they're not scoring. So it's easy to play defense then because they only have a few options. It's pass, pass, or pass. So I don't know. I just wanted to give a little insight onto my strategy with Madden. I really love it. I really enjoy it. I got away from it. I got away from playing. Got away from doing that strategy. Just because I felt like I want to be like them. I want to pass a bunch. I want to score a bunch. But I realized that's not my game. I've created this structure of how to be good, and I've gotten away from it trying to do something else. I could probably be good at that. It's just taking a lot of time. I'm I built years and years of honing my strategy. So why not just keep doing what I'm doing? Just improve that as much as I can. So yeah, that's basically a long, drawn out version of hey, I chew the clock, I kill the clock, I run the ball a bunch. I just pretty much I try to get as much time of possession of the game as I can, so my opponent has no time to play. That's my strategy for Madden.